Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. On the table in front of us, we have something new. Now, this is from a company called HX Outdoors, which obviously you can tell, and they reached out and asked me if I wanted to review this knife. This is the Sapphire ZD-114S, and so far, I'm in love with it. There hasn't been a whole lot lately that I've gotten in for review that I have not liked in one way or another, and each for their own reason. This is the actual knife itself. We're going to get to that. This is the case it comes in. So it comes in a nice, sturdy plastic case. You've got your foam padding in there, which is wonderful. They give you the little card in here, which gives you more of their information. And I'll actually put that in the description too, so you guys will be able to see that. And you have a nice cleaning cloth that comes with this. All right. So let me get into a little bit of the history because I did think it was interesting. So I was not familiar with this company at all. So I did look up a little bit of the history on it. And it's interesting. This company actually started back in the 1950s with a man by the name of Mr. And I sorry if I'm going to mess up the name, but Mr. Zhang. And he was actually on the production floor. So again, it started in the 1950s. The company spans with 3-4 generations, more than 70 years now. And back in 2018, the third generation of the family expanded and went into international markets, which I thought was pretty cool. And they started going to or participating in some of the knife shows or outdoor shows like Outdoor by ISPO in Germany. They did a SHOT Show in the U.S., and they also did a hunting and fishing show in Russia. So this company's been around for a long time, and it all started with a man who actually worked on the production floor. So generations down the line, they have continued to grow and expand, and I think that's fantastic. This knife regularly goes for $49. Right now, it is $29, which is an absolute bargain. So I always say I try to find knives that are what's the word I want to use? Not just that they're a bargain, but they're affordable. They're affordable for everybody. Now, not everybody wants to use their, $100-$300 knife, their $1,000 knife to do some of the work that they're going to do. So everybody should have a budget-friendly, that's the words I wanted to use, a budget-friendly knife, and this is definitely one of them. So we've been doing quite a bit of work in the garden lately, and that has been, picking vegetables, flowers also. We actually have 2 plots. Picking vegetables, planting vegetables, cutting down plants that we no longer need, that we're pulling out. We're doing a lot of things like tying them up. We have some panels that we have to wire up. And we've used this one. Actually, there's a couple others that I've used, but we've used this one quite a bit. I cleaned up really nicely, but it really stood up to what I wanted to do. Now, it is a D2 blade, and I know most of you are like, you don't like D2. But look, for $29, this is an absolute bargain. It's fantastic. So the handle is titanium. I love the milling on it. It's just nice milling. It kind of gives you enough of a little grip on there to, know it's not going to slip out of your hand, especially when I'm in the garden and I'm working with things and my hands get dirty or whatever. And it cleans up very nicely. I think it's fantastic. If you guys like a lanyard, there is a space for a lanyard on here. This is a liner lock or nested liner. It's a great little knife. You have a perfect size perfect size flipper tab for me. Some of you may like a smaller one. Some of you may like a bigger. You got a bit of jimping back there on the tab, which makes it really easy. It's very, very smooth, and I also love that. This is what I would call kind of a medium-sized knife, small to medium, so we're going to call this medium. I'll go right into comparison for size. The Deca, I consider that to be a small to medium also. We can take a look at it next to the Ritter Hogue or the Hogue Ritter, however you'd like to say that. That kind of gives you a size comparison there. And lastly, we can take a look at it next to the Paramilitary right there. So you can see it's not by any means a large knife. We know that. But for its size, it is very well constructed. It's been durable. The blade has continued to stay sharp, and my dog is just over here continuously looking for toys. It's cracking me up. She hasn't done that all day, but now that I get on a video, its fidget factor is absolutely wonderful. I just love it. I love how the, hang on one second, you guys. She is going to drive me nuts. Sorry about that. I think I managed to find her a toy that does not squeak or crinkle, which is fantastic. Okay. Going back to this. We have been using this one to cut some of the rope or the twine that we're using, some of the twist ties. So yeah, goes through a little bit of wire there. Some of the plastic pots that we've had, we've got some branches that we've been cutting off. More branches than limbs. I mean, they're not huge. And of course, you know, this is not a huge knife, so I'm not going to use it to cut a giant branch because it would take me forever. But it has done well. We've also used it to cut up some vegetables while there because, you know, you got to eat your fresh vegetables. This fits in hand really, really well. So I am absolutely enjoying that too. And hopefully my camera is not too far away. We should be pretty good right here. Now, your length, let's go ahead and take a total length on this. Your total length on this is going to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just under, I mean, we'll call it 6 3/4 of an inch. We'll do your blade length while we have this open, and we're looking at 3 inches with just over 2 1/4 inch of a cutting edge. And our handle, so our handle is going to be, you know, 3 and a little over 3/4 of an inch. Now this is a fairly lightweight knife. It's for its size, I guess it'd be considered a little bit heavier, but it does ride in the pocket fantastically. So it is very comfortable. And of course, I like to try and carry them on both my waistband. So this is 3.6 ounces, or for those that do grams, you are looking at 99 grams. This has been in my back pocket. This has been in my front pocket, and this has also been on my waistband. I think the most comfortable for me with this one would have been the front pocket. It is not a deep carry. It is a right hand only tip up carry. So you are not going to have any lefty love on this, as you can see. Now, the pocket clip is really strong. It does not feel like it's going to slip out of your pocket at all. As a matter of fact, one pair of jeans I was wearing, it was actually kind of hard to get it out of pocket. So that was kind of cool. I did enjoy that. You're going to have about 1/4 inch. Let's see if I have some paper right here. See, you got about 1/4 inch sticking out of pocket. Little over 1/4 inch, about 1/2 inch. But, you know, it's not uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. It is very comfortable in hand. Like I said, you got that little bit of jimping back here on the blade, which really lets you choke up on it. You can choke up on the blade itself. It's not, I mean, I wouldn't call it a finger choil because it's very small, but it does allow you to get a better grip and get in there a little bit more, get a better handle on it. Because of the jimping and because of the milling that they have on here, it's phenomenal in hand. It feels great. Like I said, you know, getting into the water, getting into whatever else we're doing, it's not bothersome. You guys, this is a great knife for $29. I always say, you know, if you want a knife, you're not going to worry about it. You don't want to worry about it. Grab yourself one that's budget friendly. Then you're not going to worry about it as much. Would I feel bad if something happened to this knife and it broke or whatever? Absolutely. Would I hesitate to get another one? No, it's $29. I think that's great. I want to thank HX Outdoors for letting me take a look at this. It's been wonderful having it in hand. I've loved being able to play with it and see what it's going to do. It has not failed me at all. I love the belly of this blade. This is great. If you guys get a chance, I also have a discount code. So if you want 10% off, you can use the code WCK10. I'll put that down in the description for you. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section. You know I love talking to you, and I do try to answer each and every one of you. And thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.